students, how are you? First of all, congratulations, you all promoted class 9 to class 10. Welcome back to our DP class. Before we pray. Dear loving Lord, thank you for this day. We give thanks to you as we go to learn this lesson. I pray that your blessing and upon us. Be with the student, help them to learn and understand. Keep them safe. In the name of Lord Jesus Christ we pray. Amen. In class 10, we are going to learn civics. That is democratic political we are going to learn. The first chapter name is power sharing. What is power sharing? From the word itself you can understand sharing the power. Sharing the power. Why we need to share the power? If we don't share the power, what will happen? The power will be in the hands of one person. If one person will have the power, what will happen? Whatever he wish, he will do. Or whatever he wants to do, and he will fulfill with others. Right? It will become a dictatorship. Like a Hitler. He killed many people. Thousands of people he killed. That will continue. That's why in this chapter we are going to learn why power sharing is important. Make you to understand what is power sharing. I will give you small introduction. Right? In our family. In your family. Who is having the most of the power? Maybe your father. Your grandfather. Yes, likewise. So the power will be there. So even though your father or grandfather will have a power, while they making a decision, what they will do, they will call your mom. They will discuss. After discussion, they come to the conclusion. Yes, this we can do it, this we cannot do it. So, your power they are sharing. Your father is sharing some power to your mom. Your mom is sharing some power to you. That your work is this, your responsibility is this. So what will happen? Your father, when he shared his power to all his family members, his burden will reduce. And he can take care of all the people in the family. Your mother, responsibility is different than the father, and your mother's responsibility different from yours. So it's a small example of the power sharing. In a school, principal having the more authority and the power, and he is sharing his power to the vice principal, control of examination, and different other. We have groups, right? So every particular people will do their work. So this is the way we have to share the power. India is a big country. We have to share the power. If we share the power, what will happen? If we don't share the power, what will happen? That we are going to see in this chapter, power sharing. I am telling you, watch this video. While you are watching the video itself, you will understand 100%. Thank you. So, we should understand what is power sharing. What is power sharing? Power sharing is the distribution of power among the organs. Power sharing is the distribution of power sharing among the organs like legislature, executive and judiciary. What are the? Legislature, executive and judiciary. Right. Same likewise, beside this power sharing, also there is a different level also power sharing is there. What is that? That is central government, state government and local government. We will learn later, that is horizontal level power sharing and vertical level power sharing is there. Okay. So in this whole chapter we are going to see how the power is shared among the country. There is two examples we are going to see. Two country we are going to see who share their power or who don't share their power. That's the example we are going to see. Okay. We are going to see two important examples, and here two examples are there. The one example, the country we are going to see about Sri Lanka. The second one is Belgium. Now we are going to see the first example, that is Sri Lanka. Sri Lanka got independent in 1948. India got independence in 1947. Sri Lanka got independence in 1948. So before 1948, when the British was ruling in Sri Lanka, they made plantation work in Sri Lanka. So they need labor. So from Tamil Nadu, that is which is in India, people were migrated from India to Sri Lanka. How many people were migrated? 5% of people were migrated. They are called Indian Tamils. People who migrated from India to Sri Lanka, 5% people were migrated India to Sri Lanka. They are called Indian Tamils. Right? How many percentage? 5%. They are Hindu and Muslims. And here Sri Lankan Tamils. They born and brought up from there only. They are not from Indian. Sri Lankan, they are from Sri Lanka itself. There are 13% people, they speak Tamil. In Sri Lanka itself, 13% people speak Tamil. How many percentage? 13%. They also belongs to Hindu and Muslims. They call Sri Lankan Tamils. So there are two Tamils or Tamilians are there in Sri Lanka. Only Sri Lankan Tamils means they born and brought up in Sri Lanka. And Indian Tamils who migrated from India to Sri Lanka. So 5%. Both are them Hindu and Muslims. How many percentage? Totally they have 18%. So how many percentage of people, Tamil people living in Sri Lanka? 18% people are living in Sri Lanka. Okay. Now Singalas. The Singalas means originally they are Sri Lankans. They don't speak Tamil. They speak Singala. Okay. So how many percentage people are there? 74% people. 74% people they are from Sri Lanka. They speak Singalas. Their main religion is Buddhism. So 74%. And we Singala and Tamils. Singala and Tamil, they speak both languages. Right? 7% people they are Christians. And 1% people are Muslims. So we can category off into two. One, they speak Tamil and they speak one Singalas. And some Singalas people they speak Singala and Tamil. There are 7% people. So there are two categories. Now see which category is majority. Singalas people are in majority. Right? So they are in majority. Just imagine how many percentage will be there. Okay? Okay. There are 82% of people are Singalas. So when they got independent, when Sri Lanka got independent, they started to rule themselves. They wanted to neglect Tamilians. They wanted to neglect Tamilians. They said that they have no freedom in Sri Lanka. Okay, so they thought that they have to rule. Okay, majoritization is in Sri Lanka. When Sri Lanka got independent in 1948, when did India got independence? 1947. 1948, Sri Lanka got independent. The leaders in Sri Lanka, when they got independence, the leaders in the Sri Lanka community tried to dominate the other people and look some majoritization measures. In 1956, they made act. 1956, they made act. And the act was passed in 1956. What is there? They declared that Singala as their official language. The problem started 1956. Just imagine. 1948 they got independence. 1956 they made one act. What was the act? This act was Singala is the official language. But is that Singala is the only one language in Sri Lanka? No. There are two languages, main languages. One is in Tamil, another one is Singala. But here 1956, the majority people of the leader, they discussed, they made a law saying that Singala will be the official language. Here the problem started. So Tamil people were neglected. Okay. Now the policy is only favoring to the Singalas. Okay, Singala is the official language. Okay, no problem. But what they made law in 1956, they made a law that the Singala will have only the favoring to the Singalas for university, education and government jobs. Okay, what is that? They have only the policy only favoring to the Singalas. You are in India. Your language is not recognized. You are not allowed to study. You will not allowed to give government jobs. How do you feel? Right? The same feeling was happening in the Sri Lankan Tamils. So only Singalas will be the official language, and Singalas can study there. Singalas can go for higher studies. They can get government jobs. So here Tamil people were neglected. And what has happened? The state self-protected and only for the Buddhism. They said that only one religion should be there, that is Buddhism. As we see in the previous slide, we seen that Hindu people also living there, and Muslim and Christianity also there. But they said only Buddhism is allowed. So what has happened? Because of this, many revolt has happened. That means many civil war has happened. Due to the civil war, both side people were dying. Economy of the Sri Lanka came down. Why this problem? Because of language. Because of the language. Here in Sri Lanka, power is not shared. What is the outcome of this Sri Lanka? The outcome of Sri Lanka, these measures created feeling the inequality among the Sri Lankan Tamils. The Sri Lankan Tamil, they feel they were inequality. Insecure, we can say that. I am in Sri Lanka, they are not treating me well. I cannot study, I cannot go for a higher study, I cannot get government job. So I feel guilty to stay in Sri Lanka. Okay, they felt that the policy is denied them. The government policy, that is 1956, they made one act. This act made them very insecure. And here political rights are not there for the Sri Lankan Tamils. All the power is in the hands of majority people, and minority people have no rights and no power. So Sri Lankan Tamil launched a party. They launched a party. They started a new party. Why they wanted to launch a new party? Because they wanted to fight for right? So they started to demand. The Sri Lankan Tamil started to demand. What they want to demand? They want Tamil also recognized language. How Sinhala is the recognized language, and Tamil also want recognized language. Or they say that the Tamil should be a official language, right? And the Tamil people says that its power should be shared all the people. Power should be shared all the people. But Sinhala, what they did? They did not share the power. And they want, Tamil wants equal opportunity to everyone. Equal opportunity to everyone. Okay, that means Sinhala Tamils can go to the college, universities, and they should get jobs. So these are the demand for the Tamil people. So Tamil people wanted to be secured. Now they demand for separate land. You can have your Sinhala as your own language, Buddhism as your religion. You can rule it in your country, but separate us so that we will live. Our language will be official language will be a Tamil, and we will share our powers. All religion people can live in Sri Lanka, Sri Lankan Tamil. So that is their demand. But the demand, they were demanding, government were opposing, so both were clashed. Civil war broke out in Sri Lanka. Civil war broke out in Sri Lanka. So both sides, in Tamil people also they made a party, and Sinhalas they have a government. Both started to fight. And most of the people, Tamil Sri Lanka people, they were died. And in the other side, government people also, many people were died. Even the common people, both sides they were died. Because of this, Sri Lankan economy came down. And Sri Lanka, they don't want to share their power. Now we come to the second example. The second example is Belgium. Communities and region in Belgium. Okay, so just this is the map of Belgium. I will show you the picture where Belgium is, the location of the Belgium I will show you in the picture over here. Okay, look at this picture. And here, this is the map of Belgium, right? Here, what are the language they speak? Here they speak French and Dutch and German. Now, this part, if you see, there is a separation I have given here. This whole part they speak Dutch. Here, how many percentage people they speak Dutch? 59% people they speak Dutch. Just imagine, majority. In the Belgium, who is in majority? Dutch peoples are in majority. Okay, so here 59% people speak Dutch. And here 40% people speak French. Three different languages as I told you. Dutch speaking people, French speaking people, and German. And how many percentage people are speaking Dutch? 59% people are speaking Dutch, and 40% of people speaking French. 1% of people speak German. Okay, see this, I made a shadow in that. So that's a 1% of people, they speak German. So what is the problem? Same like Sri Lanka. Same like Sri Lanka. Indian Tamil, Sri Lankan Tamil, Singalas, they had a problem. It went to civil war and many people were died, and because of the majoritization, and they don't share their power, right? Because of that, what has happened? Many organizations has formed, political parties were formed, and civil wars broke out. Many people lost their lives, right? And here the problem arises. The same language problem arises. Here, for 59 people are speaking Dutch, and here 40% people speak French, and the corner of the country German speaking people is 1%. Now where is the problem? In the capital city. This is the capital city. What is the capital city name? Brussels. The Brussels is the capital city. Here just opposite. Just opposite. Look at this. 80% of people speak French in capital, but minority in other region, but majority in capital. Majority in capital. As I mentioned here, the Dutch benefits of education and economic development, whereas not the French. But whereas in the capital is the main city of this Belgium, right? That is a Brussels. In the Brussels, 80% people speak French and 20% only Dutch. Now these are the Dutch area. Majority Dutch speaking peoples are there, but minority in capital. They are French people, minority in the country, but majority in the capital. How wonder, right? So because of this, the problem started. When the problem started, clash. The problem started coming, right? So because they wanted to solve the problem, unlike Sri Lanka, they take a different method. They changed 4 times their constitution. Why they wanted to change it? Why? Because every people wanted to satisfy. They wanted to share the power, right? That's why they change the constitution. Frequently they change the constitution. Finally they come to the conclusion, right? Just I want to tell you. What was the conclusion in the Belgium? They made accommodation that live together. All French people, Dutch people, German people, means all language speaking people should live with a good and harmony. Alright? So the equal number of ministers in Dutch and French speaking areas of the central government. They made all equal ministers. Dutch, French and German. All the Dutch majority is Dutch and French. So they said that equal ministers should be there. It's not more majority in Dutch means we are minority in French, not like that. Equal, all the ministers should be equal, right? They speak Dutch and French. And single community can make decision. No single community can make decision. Example, we are the majority, we want to make a decision. No. Equality. They made no separate language people have a power. The power should be divided. That's why they share the power. How the French have the power? Same like this, the Dutch will have the power. Here there is no minority, there is no majority and minority, right? And they transfer the power between central government and state government. They share the power. What is the power will be there for the central government and what is the power for the state government? They separate the power. And the transfer of the power to the central state, as I said, and separate government in the Brazil. They made separate government in the Brazil. So what are the equal representation for the French and Dutch? So now equal power was shared. The formation of the community of the elected by the people belonging to the language, to the same people, they made one leader. Community government they made. What government? Community government. What is the meaning of this community government? They wanted to save their culture, education and language. They made separate government for people to save their culture, education, language and other related language related issues. So these people will take care of their language, culture and education and related areas. So this way, the Belgium, they made accommodation, they share their power, they made equal. They made equal. So the language is not a barrier. In the Belgium, it was the barrier, but they removed the barrier. They said French, Dutch will have a equal power. What we learn in Sri Lanka? Sri Lanka, they played majoritation, and Belgium they made accommodation. Okay, what is the result of this power sharing? The country united. The Belgium was separated. Now was united and respecting of the feeling of others and the different community of the region, right? It was united. Number one, it's the main thing. It was separated. You speak German and I speak French and Dutch, so there was a separation. So they made, after this power sharing, they united the country and they respecting the feeling of the different community of the region. Students, now we are going to learn form of power sharing. There are 4 different ways we share our powers, right? In what way we share the power, we are going to learn in this chapter detail. Okay, first point is among different organs of government. Different organs of government. Second one, among government. Now first one, different organs of government among the government, right? Among governments at different levels we are going to learn. The third one, among different social groups we are going to learn. And among different political parties and pressure groups and movements we are going to learn. So, power sharing, we are sharing power to government, and in government different level we are going to share, and we have shared our power to social groups, and we have shared our power to political parties and pressure groups and movements, right? Why we want to share this power to all? So that we have to run the government in good way. When we share our powers, that is a democracy. In India, we are sharing the power sharing. Most of the countries, newly they are getting democratic. Most of them they follow their old tradition, but when they become a democratic, they are following the same way. Okay, students, we have learned power sharing. As also we have learned power sharing is good for the democracy. Class 10, we are going to learn there are 4 different ways we sharing the powers. Okay, number 1. Here the forms of power sharing. As I said, forms of power sharing. There are 4 forms we are sharing the power. Okay, number 1. Among the different organs of the government. Among the different organs of the government. In the one way, the first way, the horizontal distribution of power. Horizontal way is, just imagine that this is the horizontal way. Okay, vertical way, this way, that we are going to see in the second organ that we are going to learn. So number 1, among the different organs of the government. So just imagine that horizontal distribution of power. Horizontal way means just put your hand like this, and this way we are going to learn. This is horizontal level of power sharing. What is horizontal level of power sharing? Legislature, executive and judiciary. In India we have legislature, executive and judiciary. What is legislature? Legislature is the law making body. Law making body. We can say legislature is the parliament. In the parliament, who will be there in the parliament? Lok Sabha and Rajya Sabha members. Right? In that, Lok Sabha members are elected by the people. Right? Okay. So, in legislatures means parliament. In the parliament, Lok Sabha, Rajya Sabha is all there. And executive, they make law. Legislatures, they make law. Executive, they implement the law. What they do? They implement. They make law, and what the law they made, they implement. Like president, vice president, and many more people. You know, MLAs, MPs, and IAS officers, collectors. They all come in this category. They execute the law, means implementing the law. Okay. Judiciary. Judiciary means it's a court. Right? They give justice. They give justice. So if they have a problem between, the judiciary is there to solve the problem. Okay. We are going to learn what is legislature, what is executive, what is judiciary later in very detail we are going to learn. Now we are going to see that horizontal level of distribution all the peoples means legislature, executive, judiciary, they are on the same level. They are in the same level. That's why I said the sentences is horizontal level. Peoples are in same level. Let's see, they are in the same level, but they have different power. Legislature is power is different than the executive. Executive power is different than the judiciary. So everybody is the same level, but they have a different power. That's why the second point says that they have the same level but different power. Okay. Here the next one is that no organ will be have unlimited power. No organ, no legislature, no executive, no judiciary will have a unlimited power. The power is limited. What they have to do, what they should not do. Same likewise it's mentioned for each and every one. So horizontal level power sharing is we share the power. We share the power to the lawmaking body, executive and judiciary. All peoples are having same level and they have power is different. And no organs will have a unlimited power. All are limited power. And each organ will check the others. Each organ will check the others. If executive is not doing well, the judiciary is there. The lawmaking body is not well. So others they will check their work. If anything is mistake, it can be rectified. Right? So each organ will check the others. And every organs, legislature, executive and judiciary, they have responsibility. Right? This is the responsibility. We people, we elected them. We asked them to make a law and implement the law. Right? So they have responsibility now. They have to do their work with the responsibility and their accountability. If anything is happened, any mistake is happened, they are the people are responsible. Also, they are the accountable. That's why the power we shared to this horizontal level power, and no organs are unlimited power, and each organ is the same. Power is different, and they have to work responsibility, and also they have accountability. Why we have to share the power likewise? That's why the result is balance of power sharing. Balance of power sharing. That's why we have made a small example I made you. In your house, your father is giving responsibility to your mom, to your elder brother, and some level to you. So what will happen? Your family will run in smooth way. Same likewise, in a government, we have 4 ways we are distributing the power. The first one we have learned among the different organs of the government. What is the different organs? That is legislature, executive and judiciary. Now we are going to learn second form of power sharing. What is second form of power sharing? Among governments at different level. Did you remember what we learned the first one? Horizontal level of power sharing. Right? Each organs are same level and their power is different. Right? Now we are going to learn vertical level of power sharing. So vertical level of power sharing. Just example, this is the vertical level. Right? This is the way of vertical level. So vertical level, what is there? Here central government and state government and local government. Right? So why we have to use the second one? India is a vast country. With central government everything is not possible. That's why we have given some power we have taken some power from central government and we have given to the state government. Just remember, we have taken some powers from central government and we have given to state government. Right? This is the second level of power sharing. What is that called? Vertical level of power sharing. Vertical distribution of power. Okay? This is the vertical. First one. This is central level, state level and local level. Right? We have taken some power to central government and we given to state government. And we have given some power from state government and we given to local government. Right? So this is the way we distribute the power. Central government. As I said, we have taken some power from central government and given to the state government. Right? Most of the government, they have only central government and state government. They don't have a local government. But in India, we have a local government. What is local government? That is municipality and panchayat level. Who will be the head? Sarpanch will be the head, right? Who will be the head of the central government? The Prime Minister. Who is the head of the state? Chief Minister. And who is the head of this local? There will be the municipality and panchayat, right? They will be taking in charge of that, right? So they will be ruling, they will be governing. Here, decentralization. What is decentralization? Some power we have taken from central government and state government we given to local government. Right? Some power we have taken from central government we have taken and we have given to local government. That is called decentralization. Once again, what is decentralization? We have taken some power from central government and state government and given to local government is called decentralization. In India we need decentralization. Why? Because India is a vast country. Right? Example, municipality and panchayat. It's easy to remember. I am telling you children, when you see this video you will understand 100%. Among the different organs of the level, it's a very easy. It's a vertical level of power sharing. That means previously we have seen central government. We have taken some power from central government and we have taken some power from state government and given to the local government. That is the different sharing of from the government among governments at different level. Okay, now third level of power sharing. What is the third level? Among different social group. Power sharing is between the various religious and linguistic group. Power sharing between various religious and linguistic group. We have given some power to horizontal level and we given to the vertical level. And we have given power some to some different group. The different groups are called religious group or linguistic group. Likewise, we can have extra. For example, make you to understand, I am telling you for example, community government. Where we have learned community government? In Belgium. In Belgium, they made community government. Why they made community government? To protect their language and protect the religious. Right? In Belgium we have learned to protect their language, their belief. Right? To protect their, they made community government. So this community government, they have some power. They have to protect their language, their culture, their values. So this community government, so government has given some power to them also to protect their beliefs, protect their language, protect their religious, right? So this power is given. What we have learned? Power shared among the governments, different level, and we have learned power sharing among different social groups, right? For social group, best example is community government is the best example, good example in Belgium. Okay, thank you. Now we are going to learn fourth point of this topic. What is the among different political parties and pressure groups and movement. So in this one, we are going to give the power to political parties, pressure groups and movement. We will take first example is political party, right? We give some powers to the political party. Political party, they can stand in election. If they have majority, they can form a government and run a government. For example, the political party name is X. The X political party stood in election. They did not get majority. Even the other parties, they did not get majority. So, in a government, a rule that one party should have a majority, then they can rule a government. So here no parties are getting majority, so party X, they make a coalition government. They make a coalition government. They go and talk with a different party. If they agree, they can make a partnership, right? This partnership is called coalition government. Together they run a government, right? So if the other party has come join to this party, right? So what happened? We have to give some power. Whatever they have to say, whatever they say or demand, we have to give. So they are giving, So here we are giving some power to the political party. They can start up a new party and stand in election. They can run the government. They can make a coalition government, right? Power is given that they can make a coalition government. If your party is not enough vote, they can borrow from others. That means they can make a coalition government. This is called the power we are sharing to the political parties, right? And here pressure groups. What is pressure groups? These pressure groups are not like a political party, but they are called unions. They are called unions. If many unions are there, what they will do? They pressurize the government for the public. Any organization is there, behalf of the organization, this union, this pressure group, they pressure the government. The name itself we can understand, they pressure the government, right? If anything they want to avail, they pressure the government and they get benefits from the government and give to the people. Pressure groups. These groups are, we can see everywhere, right? They have union. In the union they stand in election, they have a different election will be there, but it's not like a political party. Just they pressurize the government for the benefits. Okay. The next one is the movement. Movement, we can see that common people they go as rally, right? Example, Mahatma Gandhi, he made so many movements, right? Salt Satyagraha, he made so many movements. For example, we can say. So it's a common people. If anything they want, behalf of the people, group of people, they form at any time. They go for a rally. They make strike. They demand to the government. When the demand is fulfilled, this movement will collapse. They will disappear, right? Another groups we are going to see, that is interest group. Interest group means interest. Example, in locality, particular village, they don't have electricity. What the people will do? All the people of the village together, or youngsters together, they go on demand, right? The road facility is not there, they go on demand. So this small group or interest group, immediately they form and they collapse, right? So when their interest is fulfilled, they will disappear. This interest group will have no leader. Commonly all the people join together, they go on demand their rights, right? This is called interest group. For examples of the pressure group and interest group, business groups are there, students they have your own groups, and the caste groups are there, trade unions are there, linguistic and tribal and professional groups, etc. There are so many other trade unions are there. So what they do, the business people, if anything affecting the business, all the business people together, they strike. Students, in the students there, all the students together they strike, they want something. And caste, if something happening against the low caste people, all the low caste people, they stood together, right? And the trade, any trade we can say, and the linguistic and tribal, any people, and professional groups, okay, lawyers, all lawyers are having their own group, own union, teachers they have a union, all professional they have unions, right? Likewise they are having a union, they demand, right? When their rights are denied, they demand. That's why the interest group and pressure groups are there. So political party, for example, political party, BJP and Congress, and many more other parties are there. They have power is given. Okay, now we come to the end of this form of power sharing. What we have learned in the power sharing? We have shared our power to different organs. What we learn in different organ? Just remember what it is. It's a argentic level of power sharing. Argentic level means legislature, executive and judiciary. All are in the same level, but they have different power. No organs will have a unlimited power, right? And second, what we have learned, among government at different level. That means vertical way. In vertical way means from central government we have taken some power and we given to state government. From state government we have taken some power to we given to local government. Decentralization, that we have learned in second point. Third point, among different social groups. What are the different social groups we have learned? Community group. Community group from Belgium we have learned. Linguistic and religious groups. For example, we have learned. The fourth one, among different political parties. For example, BJP party, Congress party, Aam Aadmi party, there are so many parties. We given a freedom to the political party, they form a government, run a government. If they are not able to run a government, they can make a coalition government. Right? So we given some powers to them. And pressure groups. The pressure groups are, with pressure they demand the government and give benefit to the people. Right? There are so many trade unions we have seen in this group. And movement groups are, this movement, they make strike, right? And they go rally, they demand to the government, and when this purpose was completed, they dissolve. The movement will be stopped. Example, there are so many movements we have seen in our history. Mahatma Gandhi has taken so many movements. When it was completed, then he started a new movement, another movement was started. Right? That's we have. Okay student, now we come to the end of this lesson. In chapter 1, power sharing, we have covered two important topics. Just we recall what we learned in this chapter. We have learned two different countries, right? The country who share the power, who don't then share their power. Belgium we have learned and Sri Lanka we have learned. In Sri Lanka they played majoritarian in Sri Lanka. Means the majority people dominating the minority people. Right? They don't want to share their power in Sri Lanka. In Belgium we have learned they played accommodation. That means equality. Majority and minority both live together, they made accommodation, right? And we have learned similarities and difference of the Belgium and Sri Lanka. We have seen similarities and difference of both Sri Lanka and Belgium we have learned. And we have learned the forms of power sharing. How we are sharing our powers, right? How many types of power sharing we have seen? 4 types we have seen, right? I hope you enjoyed the lesson. Once again, rewind the video and watch the video, you will be understanding clearly. And more than that, read the textbooks. When you read the textbooks, you will understand thoroughly. Thank you.